Who's at the door? It's me! What's good, y'all? Gavlocka here. Welcome back to another gaming video. It's been a little while since I've done one of these. I apologize. But I'm back, and yeah. So, so if you don't know, there's a new Minecraft update that's going to be coming out soon. It's called the Mounts of Mayhem update. I made this video to cover about it. So, yeah. Before we start the video, I just want to do everything. I just want to say everything at least once that normal YouTuber says. I will not repeat it again. Please leave a like and subscribe. Alright. Yesterday was Halloween as well, so happy late Halloween to all of you. Hopefully some of you went trick-or-treating last night and got a bunch of candy, so yeah. To those of you who didn't, hopefully you still had a great Halloween, and yeah. So, with that out of the way, let's get into the first feature. So, we're going to talk about the major stuff first. So, first new mob, the Nautilus. So, pretty much, this is a new neutral aquatic mob. If you don't know what neutral mobs are, they're mobs that are passive, but once you provoke them, then they will get you. So they basically turn from passive to hostile in a minute. So we're gonna spawn. So thankfully there's a river right here that I can show off. So let's go. This is what it looks like. We've been waiting years for this ever since the aquatic update released back in 2017, I believe, or was it 2018? It was 2018 because the texture update came out in 2019, the Village and Pillage update. Yeah. So this is what the new mobs look like. They spawn in all ocean biomes. They attack using a dash attack if provoked, and will occasionally attack pufferfish within range using the dash attack. I gotta test that out. Alright, we're gonna spawn some pufferfish, and we're going to see if the Nautilus will do its job. This could take a little bit, so yeah. It appears to be floating above the water, and the pufferfish seem to not be doing anything. This is all unedited, by the way, because I don't know how to edit yet. But next year I will learn how to edit, and I can make like cuts and stuff. So, oh my gosh, this is reminding me of those tech fails by big companies that they sometimes do. There's not an ocean that's super far away, so we can actually go ahead and test this out. They spawn in the deep part of the ocean, and so, yeah, so. So, we're in an ocean biome now, trying to find a good place for it to spawn in. I think right here should be good. Should be like a good testing environment for these. We're gonna spawn some pufferfish. We're gonna spawn like 6, 7 of them. Haha, get it? 6, 7, haha. Oh, what the heck? Oh, so they just like to go deep in the ocean. Okay. Okay. Alright, well, that's fine. But I'm still gonna spawn pufferfish here. Actually, forget about it. We probably won't see it because it's wasting a lot of the video's time. So yeah, it takes suffocation damage on land. So if we actually do... So we're just gonna do the most diabolical thing in the world for every human to do on land. And it's to spawn a water mob on the land to actually see if this is true. That is a weird sound. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, okay. No, no, no! As you can see, they don't drop the Nautilus shell. But, yeah, they don't drop the Nautilus shell because that would be too OP. But yeah, it can be bred and tamed using a pufferfish or a bucket of pufferfish. And it grants the breath of the Nautilus effect to mounted players, which is kind of like Dolphin's Grace. A tamed Nautilus can be equipped with a saddle, then the player can ride it. So we're actually going to bring back our old pal, and we're just gonna get some pufferfish over here, and going to spawn it right here. Oh yeah! And then we're gonna mount it with a saddle, Mounts of Mayhem, and then we're gonna ride it. Oh! They've been making a lot of like riding drops recently. I mean, we've had the Happy Gas and the Chase the Skies update. Remember that video that I made? Yeah. And so, yeah, that was when the microphone was like really quiet and my desktop sounds were like turned all the way up. But you know, I've gotten better and will continue to get better. Whoa, I see a lot of them here. Okay. Let's see how long this effect lasts for. Oh. It lasts for 2 seconds, but automatically regenerates. That is really interesting. Alright. We're gonna get off of it though. Emotionally. It has a roaming restriction around its home position of 13 blocks with a saddle when tamed. The player can use its dash attack by pressing the jump button, so I actually need to demonstrate you again. Oh! Oh, and then you can... Whoa. Whoa, this is cool. I want to see it at its maximum. Oh, that's its maximum. Okay. You see that like yellow bar? And that means that it's maximum. Oh, it has a 5% chance of dropping the Nautilus shell. It's unaffected by looting, as that would be just straight up overpowered. So it does drop an Nautilus shell, but only sometimes. It would have been cool if they did like an axolotl to do it, as seen in the 8-sided square video whenever he added the Nautilus. Alright. Next up is gonna go to a desert for this, not a structure. The desert isn't a structure. This time it is super far away. We're here. We're here in the desert. It's a very small desert, but this will do. Actually, it's not a very small desert. Oh, it's actually a very big desert. But it's kind of like... Oh! 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 Yo! I did not mean to find this. Yo! I found like a mangrove oasis. Yo! There's a desert like biome surrounding like a mangrove swamp oasis. And then there's more mangrove swamp around it. That is cool. I'm gonna have to get the seed number and post it on Reddit after this, but you know, after this video is posted, of course. Anyways, man, my luck is turning around. I was having a very unlucky week. last week, but this week, but next week hopefully will be better. Oh, and a desert well as well. Desert well as well. Heh, get it? But yeah. And we have a camel friend here. Okay. Anyways, next mob, let's stop getting sidetracked, is the Parched. It's basically like a husk, but a skeleton, but in skeleton form. So it doesn't, so just like the husk, so just like its good friend, the husk, it does not burn in sunlight, and they're friends. So it spawns at a light level of 0, just replacing some of the regular skeletons. It doesn't spawn in caves, following the husk spawning moves. It shoots arrows of weakness. Is there an arrow of hunger? No. Wait, does the husk give you weakness, or does it give you hunger? I could have sworn it always gave you hunger, but I could have remembered that it always gave you hunger, but I'm not sure. It has a slow rate of fire compared to a normal skeleton, similar to how the bogged is, which is the swampy variant of the skeleton, added in the Tricky Trials update. Alright, next up, we're going to have to go into the ocean again for this one, because it's another underwater mob, but this time, it is the zombie variant. Enter the zombie Nautilus. Whoa, that was not where I was intending it to spawn. So pretty much, it's basically, it's a new underwater mob that spawns with a drowned rider wielding a trident. So you won't ever find it by itself like this. You'll always find it with a drowned, you'll always find it mounted with a trident, like with a drowned riding with a trident. Jeez, I'm kind of stuttering a little bit. It's hostile only if it's ridden by a hostile mob, so it's passive by itself, fortunately. It behaves similar to the Nautilus, except that it cannot be bred. It burns in sunlight. So yeah, it burns in sunlight, just like all other mobs, as you can see right here. So, but I don't really feel so bad about this one since it's in undead. Okay. But with Nautilus armor, which is actually a netherite Nautilus armor, it's not even one of the horse armor yet. But if we go ahead and I have to tame it first. Please don't die, please don't die. Okay! There we go. Look at this! There's a zombie Nautilus on land right now with netherite Nautilus armor. This is actually the new rarest item in Minecraft. So, yeah. It does not take suffocation damage on land because of it burning in sunlight. It drops 0 to 3 rotten flesh when killed, unaffected by looting. So it won't drop any Nautilus shells, unfortunately. But it will drop some rotten flesh as a temporary food source, but it will give you hunger though, so be aware. Oh, and there's one more mob that I have to go back to the desert for, the Lucky Oasis. The Camel Husk, which is the new undead variant of the camel. Look at this dude. Spawns at a light level of 0. It spawns with 2 riders, a husk, so you never see it by itself, a husk wielding a spear in the front, which is a new weapon that I'll get into, and a parched in the back, which is the skeleton thing that I showed you earlier. And yeah, it doesn't burn in sunlight, it doesn't spawn in caves. It's only hostile if the rider is a hostile mount, similar to the zombie horse, which we'll get into later. And it's passive without a rider, so this is the current version. They act very similar to, yeah. Okay, somebody just sent me a message. Not gonna reveal who that person is, but I'll respond to them after this video. Favorite food is rabbit's foot. Dang it! But it cannot be bread. Drops 2 to 3 rotten flesh when killed. With an extra, this is the first one for each level of looting. Any husk riding it now has a chance of dropping rabbit's feet on death. And as a mount, it works similar to a normal camel, which you can see right here. Did the parched husk go into the oasis or something, or did they go into there? I'm not really too sure. I can spawn another one if I need to, but I won't do that for now. We got. So yeah, there's the spawn eggs. We got Nautilus armor, which I forgot to explain in detail. We got the copper, iron, golden, reminds you of K-pop demon hunters, I know, diamond, and netherite, Nautilus armor. So, don't think copper armor is weird, it was added last update. It's equipable on both Nautiluses and zombie Nautiluses. They can be found in buried treasures, ocean ruins, and shipwrecks. And just like with all the other armor, they can be smelted into nuggets, which I bet y'all didn't even know about. But I do, since I watch all the Minecraft videos. Next up is the thing that's probably most anticipated in this update, the spear. Now, of course, I have the netherite one. Each material has different stats for timing, influencing how fast they are to use. They can't be used to mine blocks as opposed to other weapons. It can be enchanted with the exclusive enchantment Lunge, which you might have heard got changed a bunch of times. So previously, the Lunge enchantment, it previously got rid of a bunch of durability, and then they removed the durability aspect and made you lose a bunch of hunger instead. But now it's both hunger and 1 durability. Let's go ahead and get this. Whoa, this is the jab attack. I don't know any of the other attacks to do besides this one. So, netherite spear is actually not that strong. Alright. You are not the Kettle Husk. Oh, wait. Can there be like a critical hit attack? How do I do it normally? Oh. Dang it. I accidentally got on it. Okay. It has a minimum reach for damage, and has extended maximum reach compared to other weapons and tools. So it has 2 attacks. The jab attack, which is what I showed you earlier, it can be used by quick pressing the primary action button, so this would be the one. It's a low damage attack, which is why I wasn't able to do it with knockback. It has a cooldown between attacks. Wooden spears have the fastest cooldown, while netherite has the slowest, because wooden is the weakest, and can hit multiple enemies. So theoretically, if I had these 2 attached to the lead, both of them would get the attack. But I'm not going to do that for this video. Maybe I'll do it in the future for like a live stream or something. And then the charge attack, which is used with the secondary action button. Now, of course, I'm playing on the Java edition, which is exclusive for PC. So, the spear attack, the jab attack, is used with the left click, and then the charge attack is used with the right click. So, it's based on spear material, the player's view angle, and the velocity. The attack goes through 3 stages. It's engaged, tired, and disengaged. The spear's range when used by mobs is half of that when used by players. And they provide visual feedback. So, oh, what? Okay. What? That opens up their inventory. How am I supposed to? Okay. Well, guess we're just gonna have to try that with the Parched. How do I? Oh! Oh, I got a bunch of stuff out of that. Arrow, bone, arrow of weakness, and a half durability bow. Wow. Alright. Alright. Let me see real quick if that's it. Okay. Oh, one more thing I do have to show you is that if we go into video settings, there's now different categories for each of the stuff. This isn't the only thing though, as there's also a chunk fade thing, which is very, very similar to how Bedrock Edition is. So pretty much if you're playing the new update, it'll default to this. So if we actually go ahead and do it, you can see the chunks fading in the background. Yeah, you can actually see the chunks fading just like it was on Bedrock Edition all these years ago. Just like how it was in Bedrock Edition all these times. Just look at this. I love how the chunks fade in. Let's actually go back to that desert biome. Whoa! That is sick. Alright. But that is it for the video. There may be some stuff that I've missed, and I might make a part 2 if I missed any other things. Just leave a comment in the comments below. And yeah. See ya.